Dear friends, hello, I'm Dmitry Afremov, and tonight my broadcast where we're gonna discuss what can you purchase on afremov.com, what you can order and what can you receive. Some buyers really experience confusion, so first of all, we decided to do some changes. First of all, now I'm personally going to receive all the emails from you. Unless if you're happy, it's not related. Shipping information not related, but if you're not happy, I'm going to receive it. No more salesperson, no more agents that going to receive it, forward it. We need to do less bureaucracy. So if we do less bureaucracy, it's be much, much better. So now all the email of any issues going directly to me, and you know me, I can resolve it fast to anybody's satisfaction. Second, we're gonna revise the website. We did it today, and I'm gonna explain you what we sell. It's gonna avoid any confusions, and it also gonna explain you how to determine it's original by Leonid Afremov or it's a studio copy. First, what's sold it's one of a kind original paintings. They sold in separate category. The price started at $5,000. Very rarely we do the online marketing promotion, and some of the painting we offer cheaper, but it can be for a reason. Painting, it's a surprise. You don't know what you're going to receive. It's a painting like small. It's painting that arrive from some gallery, and we don't want to put it in inventory. It's very rare cases. Usually, the space pieces are expensive. They sign Leonid Afremov up front, Leonid Afremov on the back, and dated on the back. It's date, it's important. So this is the pieces. They are original, one of a kind, listed in the separate categories that said original by Leonid Afremov. In the description, it's also stated original. Another original painting that's sold on the site, it's original done by studio. These paintings not in Afremov style, and they done by artists that work in our studio. So in the title it says Leonid Afremov Gallery Artist. Today we're gonna revise it and remove Leonid Afremov, so it's not gonna confuse that my father created these paintings. No, he only created what he created. What his studio now creating, it was studio now creating. It's have absolutely separate, and these pieces sign Afremov R, like a trademark. Or in case if it's a famous studio artist, it's gonna sign by his name. Let's say like Mr. John Smith, it's gonna be signed Mr. John Smith. Two categories were sold originals: originals by my father and originals by studio artist. Or by the way, originals by studio artist cost right now cheap. We're trying to sell 170 $200. Why? People need to get used to it, and people need to understand what we say. Everything else on the website, it's a copy done by the studio. Some copies done in the time when my father was alive. Uh, these copies can be signed Leonid Afremov or can be signed Afremov R. In order to avoid the confusion, because Leonid Afremov, the word Leonid Afremov, it's a logo, belong to our company. So today, with my director order, we no longer going to put logo Leonid Afremov on paintings or prints that was not produced by him. We changing, it's going to look different in order to avoid confusion. For example, you receive painting or print and it says Leonid Afremov there, handwritten. Of course, it's in the certificate, it says it's marked by logo, but in some cases, I agree and can create a confusion. This is why we're no longer going to use it and we're no longer going to do it. For 99%, this kind of painting sold not online, they sold offline, like big stores that basically is just a mark who was a original artist. This painting going as a mass production, and they don't have any value at all. It's just a production, so you have beautiful art on your wall. So this artworks no longer offered not through the stores, not through anywhere. From today on, we're gonna put just the Afremov R in case if it's not related to my father work. Logo we're gonna keep only on packaging, phone cases, T-shirts and stuff like this. So it was my decision and Boris and my mom. So This is gonna be changed because agree it could create a confusion. I spoke today with a person, and yes, I agree. Even though it's not even sold on my website, but still, some people receive it and it can make a confusion. So, how to determine if you have original or you have a copy? Super simple. Send me email. Some copies are such a good quality. For example, my father did the copy, so you cannot see the difference because he created. He created original, he created copy, but I know how to determine. First of all, we have a catalog where the first originals are listed. Also, in case if it's a copy by the studio, it's you should have the certification. Certificate should say this is hand painting, oil on canvas painting. All trademark belong to Leonid Afremov family. The certificate for original gonna say it's an original oil on canvas painting, hand painted by Leonid Afremov, and all the information. So it's a difference. So please don't be confused, especially if you decide to buy our painting, let's say of eBay or other website. Don't hesitate to ask me because after the deal is done, you no longer can do anything. My father did the recreations long time ago, and these recreations were signed Leonid Afremov. He never was signing studio till the studio signature become, if I'm not mistaken, 2017, 2018. But all the copies that were done with him or with the studio were signed by him. He was signing it. Not need to fall to it when you do the purchase of the third party website. Just check with us. We have the catalog, we have everything, and we easily can say it's a first or it's a second. What I can tell the copies that my father did, let's say 10, 15 years ago, they're also super valuable because he did it. And legally, it's an original painting because he created. But we trying, like maybe I'm wrong in art industry, we don't need to do this way, but I want to be honest and I telling to all the people that if it's a copy, it costs cheaper, even if it's my father was created. Actually, today we basically sold out even all the copies. So from tomorrow, you have originals by studio, and you have copies by studio. Also, we're putting on sale mixed media paintings by my father. We still have them. What is mixed media? Mixed media is a giclée. It's a print on canvas, hand embellished by the artist and hand facsimile sign. What's been facsimile? It's mechanical signature. It's hand embellished, so it's very nice pieces. They look identical to the originals. So, if, for example, if somebody want to have original and he cannot afford it, mixed media it's the best solution. If it's done by my father, yeah, it was developed by my father, but of course he didn't embellish all of these pieces. It's obvious, but he was supervising the quality. I think it's most important. Basically, none of this, except the one of a kind originals that he created, it's an investment. All of this, it's a home decoration that's gonna make you nice at your home, gonna make it beautiful. You're gonna love it. You're gonna feel the warmth from the soul of the artist. This basically what you got. But please don't send me messages. I bought painting for $200 and now I want to sell it for 2,000. It's not possible because again, my father what he created copies or recreation. It's a conveyor belt. It's a lot of people was working. One was doing background, another was trees, another other part of the painting, and they doing. And at the end, my father coming, fix it, and sign. In some cases, he putting logo Leonid Afremov. In some cases, putting facsimile Leonid Afremov. So this is how it's done, and this is why this piece is sold very cheap, like $100. Go to any gallery, and the pieces over there, the same piece is going to cost thousands of dollars. But we're trying to sell it exactly as my father used to sell. We're receiving some people telling, "Oh, I saw the negative reviews about yourself in social media, like complaints board, Peace Consumer, and other website." What can I say? And they ask me why you do not reply. If I really see it's an issue with a purchase, I do reply, I do contact the buyer, and I do whatever it takes to resolve it. But for example, we had one person buying from us copies, studio copies. He was deleting the signature of Afremov R and putting Leonid Afremov and trying to sell them on one of the popular platforms online. Of course, we noticed it, and of course, we reported it and suspended his account. So we start receiving at least 5 complaints a month through different, like this consumer complaints board from this person under fake names, but with the same story. Why need to reply to it? All these platforms, their goal is to bring traffic and make profit out of it. People that put the complaints there, nobody asks if it's real, nobody asks the documentation, and nobody really care. But if I see real complaint, trust me, I will fix it because this is my job. And now, right now, we fired today couple person, one in shipping department, one in customer service, because person in customer service did a lot of mistakes with the last issues that we had. Instead of resolve it and send it to me, he decided to do it his way. This way, he no longer with us. Shipping also, one buyer bought original and another bought copy. Shipping person just switched it because for him it's the same. So the person that's supposed to receive original received copy. Person that's supposed to receive copy receive original. Of course, I called to the person and said, "Look, we sent you painting by mistake." He just hang up. Okay. So any questions? I'm Dmitry Afremov. I'm here for you, and I can answer and I can help. Also, if you purchase painting from us, no matter when, yesterday, 10 years, 20 years ago, and you have some doubts and you want to ask a question, what you bought, or maybe to check if you had a mistake, you receive a right item, wrong item, go to us, send me a message, order at afremov.com, and I immediately reply and make sure everything is good. Because I'm here to continue my father legacy, not to stop the business. I'm not going to stop. And I hope my kids will not stop and their kids not stop. So this is why I need to keep the legacy alive. Thank you very much. I'm Dmitry Afremov. Have a wonderful night.